During the good old days of July 2022, I sold plots underneath these two villas for 1.6 million each. Similar plots now would be worth around 4.5 million. But that's not the story. The story is that the investor who took these plots from me built these villas over the past 2.5 years, sold one of them recently for 11 million, and the other one is now on the market for 13 million dirhams. That's a 700% increase in the asset value that he acquired. So in Dubai's real estate market, you can make money in three ways. One is that you buy secondary market properties from individual sellers, wait for the property prices to go up, and as the market goes up, your asset also gains in value. The second is that you invest in an off-plan project with the developer and essentially become a limited partner with that developer for that project. The third is that you acquire a piece of land, develop it, construct it, and then sell it off. Now, the third category is where you end up making the most money because the room for value addition is the largest here. This video is going to be about a similar opportunity where you can acquire townhouse plots, build them, construct them, develop them, and then sell them off for a good, decent amount of markups. So stick around and watch this video till the end. Alright, so this is going to be my presentation on Keturah Ardh. Keturah Ardh is basically a new townhouses and villa community which is branded and which offers you a chance to buy townhouses plots and then develop them. So let's have a look. I'm going to be discussing three main themes in this presentation. Number one is going to be the location of the community itself. Number two is going to be the pricing, and we'll discuss the business case in this as well. And number three, I'm going to dive a little deep into how the community is going to shape up, why is it unique, and the developer behind it and the track record basically. So let's get to the location bit first. This is where the community is going to be located. As you can see, you have two major highways connecting this community in a way. First one is this Al Ain Road, E66. And then you've got the E611, the Emirates Road as well. E66 or Al Ain Highway, as we've discussed in our video for the valley as well, is the highway that takes you straight to downtown without any traffic or interruptions, signal free. Many land parcels which are located even in the peripheries of this highway are benefiting from it hugely and are going to benefit from it hugely. Then you've got Sheikh Hamdan bin Zayed Road, another major road in Dubai which sort of links this community directly as well. And then you've got the access coming in from E611. The location itself is going to be around 24 minutes away from downtown, which, as we know now, since the city is growing like anything, and especially the townhouses and villa establishments are taking place in far off locations, this is a very, very good travel time. So it's 24 minutes away from from downtown and Burj Khalifa, and of course the Business Bay district as well. Just for comparison, this is the location for Keturah Ardh, the community we're talking about, and this is the location for the valley. So the valley is further down south, and same with Damac Hills too as well. The valley arguably is the most talked about townhouse community, and one of the only ones as well where if you want to buy a townhouse, you would look to invest into. So the fact that Keturah Ardh is more centrally located than the valley is a huge, huge fact to consider. However, proximity to downtown should not be and is not the only criteria of gauging the location of any establishment in the city now. And especially when you're talking about townhouse communities or villa communities, which are essentially meant for end users at the end of the day, a lot of other factors also come into play. For example, proximity to existing infrastructure is one. The likelihood of people in the neighboring areas absorbing the supply of this community is another one, which brings me to my next slide. So the community is located over here, is going to be located over here. This is the land parcel we're talking about, which is right next to Dubai Academic City. Now Dubai Academic City is, as the name tells, is an educational hotspot. This parcel of land has 28 universities, which is a huge, huge plus point for any end user centric product such as a villa or a townhouse community. Number two, this right here is Dubai Silicon Oasis, perhaps one of the most populated and popular communities in Dubai. Last I checked, there were about 100,000 residents living in Dubai Silicon Oasis already. Dubai Silicon Oasis is just about 12 minutes away from Keturah Ardh. Now, Dubai Silicon Oasis is home to, because it's a free zone, so it's home to a number of businesses. Some of those businesses are international multinational companies, and there are thousands and thousands of people who are already working there. Now, Dubai Silicon Oasis is a rather old area, and most of it is not freehold, it's mostly leasehold. A major concentration of the residential establishments there consist not of single family homes but of apartment complexes. So whenever a new community such as this one comes up in the neighborhood, it's quite likely that a lot of people living here would want to transition to townhouses and newer establishments, especially if it's going to be a freehold opportunity. So that's a major plus point for Keturah Ardh, the fact that it's close to an existing infrastructure of schools, retails, businesses, offices. And number two, the fact that it's situated right next to one of the most popular and most populated areas of Dubai, where there can be a lot of potential end users looking to transition to single family townhouses with newer constructions in the future. So location meets some of the very essential fundamental criteria. So let's move on to pricing. Now, before understanding the pricing, we need to understand the community itself. The community itself is going to be this entire land parcel. But for now, we're only looking at phase one, which is here highlighted. It's only going to be 558 townhouses that you can get your hands to. So very limited supply we're talking about. We don't really know exactly what's going to happen with the remaining part of the community. It's quite likely that MAG or Keturah is going to be building some of these plots themselves, and even if these are released in the future, they're going to be at much higher price point for sure. So phase one, as with any other new community, is the best one to get into. So this is how the master plan of phase one looks like. A very limited supply, as I've just said, and anyone who's looking to invest here is going to be looking to take up entire clusters of plots. But in total, there are only going to be 93 clusters and 558 units. So the supply is rather limited, I would say. Now, for example, you have this cluster. This is going to have 6 townhouses built on this plot of land, but anyone looking to invest will have to buy this together and then develop them as 6 independent individual units, which will be sold individually as well. But when you get to buy, you have to buy the entire cluster. For example, if you look here, we have here a townhouse cluster for 6 plots. There are going to be 6 townhouses built on this plot of land. They're all going to be around 1800 square feet of plot size each. This is net area after taking into account the compliance with the building regulations. These are the technical details that we can get to at a later stage. Something like this would be priced around 9 to 10 million dirhams as of now, as of today's availability. This is of course subject to change. Similarly, if you look over here, we've got a cluster which is for 4 townhouses, which is going to be structured like this. Here you can get to see a plot size of as high as up to 2200 square feet. So very generous sizes, and eventually the layouts are also going to stand out in terms of size, as we can expect. To explain the per unit pricing, we are essentially looking at 675 dirhams per square foot of the GFA. So 675 dirhams per square foot. This is an astonishingly amazing price point for anything of the quality of the brand Keturah, or even without the Keturah brand. This is an amazing price point, which presents a very exciting business opportunity as well. And just to compare, the valley, which is perhaps one of the closest communities to this location, is now already transactioning at 1700 to 1800 dirhams per square foot of price point in some clusters. Even though this would not be a very fair comparison, because Keturah is a branded community, and nothing to take away from the valley's quality as well. Of course, MI also builds very high-end communities. When you're talking about a brand, of course, the difference is there, but yet these are trading at 1700 to 1800 dirhams per square foot already. And even if you compare it to something that MAG has built in the past, would be the MAG Polo townhouses in Maidan, another very popular community, which is now transactioning close to 2200 dirhams per square foot, and it's very hard to find a good unit over there. So in terms of pricing, it makes a lot of sense, so you're getting something at 650 dirhams per square foot today. You can potentially sell it after developing it 2.5 years, 3 years later from now at a significantly higher price point. So your upward room for capital growth is quite there. And the handover of the plots is going to be in 2026. During this time, of course, the developer will be laying down the infrastructure, the roads, the common areas, a lot of other stuff as well. The thing with plots and investing in lands is that your exit points become numerous. For example, you can invest in the land today, you can sell it later to somebody else at a good profit, or you can decide to construct the entire townhouse and then sell it, or you can decide to get drawings made, get the gray structure done, and then sell it. There can be a number of exit points whenever you are investing in land. Now, towards the end, I want to discuss about the community itself, the product at the core of it. Land plots are a rare commodity in themselves. But when you're talking about at a community level, it's very rare to find branded townhouses or villa communities that are entirely branded, and branded townhouses and villa community where you can step in as a developer, make use of the brand value of the community and the infrastructure that they're going to lay out. And if you do a good enough job with constructing the units, you can sell them at a significant amount of profit, right? So this is the entire business case. Community itself is going to be it looks very promising. It's going to be very green. It's going to be very pleasant on the eyes, built around the entire mantra of a healthy lifestyle. The developer itself, Mag Holdings, is a renowned name. It's a big name. They have built communities. Some of the communities that they've built for townhouses and villas still stand out from the rest of the market. For example, the Mag Polo townhouses in Maidan. Another one is Mag 22. Then they've built in Sharjah as well. I believe that one is called Sharjah Garden City. All of these communities have been done in a very professional way, and they seem to have a core demand for their communities intact. If you look at the overall master plan for Keturah Ardh, again, we are just concerned with this phase one for now. We don't really know what's going to happen here. Now, we do know overall that there are going to be a lot of recreational and green spaces, some schools, mosques, but we don't really know if these are going to be released as plots or not. But if you look closely, they look to me like villa plots or semi-detached villa plots over here. So in terms of townhouses, you would only have most likely this parcel of land, which is called the phase one. So a lot of recreational spaces, a lot of common areas, and then overall the community itself promises to be very densely green, a lot of trees, as I said earlier, to be planted here. And then this is how the landscaping is going to eventually look. And this is not something that they have not delivered before, by the way. If you've been to Keturah Reserve, I'm going to be attaching some visuals from Keturah Reserve over here. It looks very pleasant on the eyes. That's something I think they're going to replicate over here as well at a slightly bigger scale. This is going to be your retail, all the red areas, and then you're going to have your business hubs, I believe, some offices or commercial spaces here as well. So the community overall is designed in a very seamless fashion. It's not overcrowded. It's not like the developers try to squeeze in the maximum amount of units within the master plan. It's very distinctly designed, I should say. Only 47% of the total land parcel is going to be for these residences. 30% is going to be open spaces, and then of course 23% is going to be the road and infrastructure. So this was about Keturah Ardh. I believe this to be a very promising opportunity, very rare opportunity as well, which is why I wanted to make a video on this and present it to you. The market for villas and plots in Dubai has really gained momentum over the past few years. We have seen prices in areas like Al Furjan tripling. We have seen prices in areas like Jabal Ali Hills, for example, also increasing in value a lot, even though that's a very far off location towards the south of the city. So something as central as this is bound to do well. And the very fact that this allows you to become a developer in Dubai, essentially, with a price point of as low as 7, 8, 9, 10 million dirhams, is a significant fact in itself. Then, of course, there's a huge business case behind it also. We would be sure to devise an entire business strategy around it for you, which plot of lands to acquire, what to keep in mind in terms of GFA or the plot areas, how to design, who to design it from, and who to get on board to later on construct it for you as well. So it's an entire business process, but one that promises to deliver, of course, a higher amount of return than you would typically get in your real estate investments. So if you are someone who's interested in this, please reach out. Let's have a call, let's have a meeting, and then we can take it forward. There are certain number of plots available elsewhere in Dubai also. Those are not going to be the entire communities that are getting launched. Those are essentially plots that we have from the resale market. So if you are interested in discussing those as well, feel free to reach out, and I would love to hear from you. This is Mutahir Selling Dubai. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being on the channel. Please like, share this video. I'm just making a comeback after a few months of an extremely busy schedule. So I'm trying to gain back momentum for this channel as well. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching.